So I just completed the story. I plan to do a playthrough soon. But I just want to talk about the potential setup for what could eventually happen later down the line if they decide to make maybe a Ghost of Tsushima 2 or if they add DLC to this game. But first I want to talk about the ending. The ending, you had two choices. You could either kill your uncle or spare him. I chose spare the uncle. If you kill your uncle, I believe that Jin Sakai will just reform back to the samurai code, and I don't think he'll necessarily regain his honor, but he won't be hunted, because that's his punishment, and that's his uncle's punishment. They have to duel each other, and whoever comes out has to deal with the other half being lost. But I think if the canon part is him becoming the ghost, which is why the game is called Ghost of Tsushima, in my opinion. And I think that's the more probable thing that's going to happen. And by choosing to spare your uncle, you are branded a traitor, not because breaking the code is, extremely bad. Because honestly, it doesn't make sense. Like, the whole story doesn't make sense how the Shogun was, in my opinion, basically was dragging his feet the whole time. I think he was afraid of the Mongol invasion, but the Ghost of Tsushima gave him an opportunity to get back on track after they lost their first battle. But he doesn't want the Ghost around after Ghost has done all his dirty work of liberating the island, in my opinion, because, and I think the uncle said this, when the samurai come in the island to clear the rest of the Mongols out, and, after being lazy, just a cop eating a donut basically, the people of the town are not going to want to follow the rule and look up to them, because they weren't there for them when they needed them. And Jin, the main character, aka the Ghost, has taught the people to, fight for themselves. That's not what the samurai want. And I feel like this whole honor code is built to keep people in their place. Peasants as peasants, samurai as samurai, shogun as shogun. And that's why I think the whole code thing is a bullshit. I think the code, could be used for good. So people have respect, for their opponent, and they don't go do stuff like the Mongol leaders do, one-on-one battle. Just take a chalice and fill it up with oil and then throw it at your opponent. But it's a man-eat-man world, so people are going to fight however they want to. And Mongols are not going to follow the samurai code. But all in all, I think this is setting up in the future, for either the Ghost, I guess depending on your decisions, because this is kind of a decision-making game at the end. I guess if you decide to abide by the code, if there is future DLC, you will probably, I don't know, maybe more Mongols will come and you guys can focus on that. But I think the bigger threat right now, and what he hinted at in here, which I didn't get video of, is he said something on the lines of, first the Mongols, now the Shogun, I'm very popular. So I think that this is setting up for the Shogun for the Ghost to try to overthrow the Shogun rule, because the Shogun doesn't seem to be ruling right, and the Ghost thinks he could probably rule better. And the people think that the Ghost should be, a ruler. I don't know. But I think that's what it's going to set up for. And I think, once again, I'm going to repeat, that the honor code is just to keep peasants in their place, samurais in their place, and shoguns in their place. The Shogun does not like Kai because he has authority over the people. And when their samurai come in, they're not going to want to listen to somebody who wasn't there to protect them, but, you know, wants their respect. Why would you give respect to somebody when in your time of need, they're not there? But when you don't need them, they're there to demand respect from you. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out. Let's see. Liberated. So yeah, I think if there's DLC or if there's another game, there's going to be this, and then there's going to be the mainland that they've been talking about where the Shogun resides. And yeah, he's going to be your biggest problem probably in the next DLC or game.